Hey there. In this video, I want to show you how the ParsePrompt Zapier integration works, why you should use it, and just share a little bit more information about pricing and how to get up and running. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is have a ParsePrompt account and also a Zapier account. This will make it easy to connect both accounts with each other and to proceed with the additional setup options. Now, if you Google Zapier Parse Prompt integration, you will land on this page. And what you can see here is we have a few quick examples of the different types of um, prompts that you can run and the different types of inputs that you can use with Parse Prompt. So this should provide some level of inspiration. You'll see that we have one trigger, which is get process response, and then two actions. One is process data, and then one is check processed data. I'll get more into that here in a second. But I also want to just quickly outline what you should expect when it comes to pricing. So ParsePrompt, we offer 7-day access for free, so you can try all these features and see which one works for you. But if you want to use the Zapier integration after the 7 days is up, we require at least a silver subscription or above. Basically, you will need to pay approximately $49 a month for ParsePrompt to use the Zapier integration after the free trial is up. Now, diving in, there's basically two ways or two primary ways that you're going to use the Zapier ParsePrompt integration. The first is that you will want to basically initiate a prompting job or a parse prompt job um, based on some type of activity from a third-party app. So in this example, I have a form submission which kicks off the job. You can see here, when a form is submitted, we process the data. You can see what happens here. Basically, we give it a name and we provide a PDF of data. So this is analogous to, let me just jump back over here. You can see each prompt has, and let me just give an example, a name and a URL, right? So the name is just a unique identifier and the URL is the piece of content that you want to repurpose. So in this example, it would just simply provide an email in the name field, and then in the data field, you would provide the input. Here's what happens then. So you run it through the template that you created in ParsePrompt. For processing jobs that may take time. For example, if you're trying to process YouTube videos or audio in particular, it takes a little bit of time to create a transcript for that video or for that audio file and then run it through AI. And so we recommend setting up an action. This could be anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes, depending on how long it will take. But we recommend creating a delay step. So what you're doing is you are filling out the form, you are sending the data to ParsePrompt and initiating the processing job. You're waiting, and then you're checking. You're checking to make sure that that job has been done. And here's the nuance. When you check to see if the data has been processed, what you want to do is you want to pass in the ID of the data. So if you kick off a job, it's going to give you an ID. You then need to ask ParsePrompt, hey, I have a processing job with this ID. I want to go out and ask it for information. You then ask it for information, and then you can take that information. And then what you can do is you can take the output, right? So you take what's generated and then you can plug that output in. You can send an email, you can save this to Google Drive, you can send a text message, you can basically do anything you want. So I'd say this is the more complicated example because it's initiated from a third-party app, and there's two ParsePrompt steps that are required. One is kicking off the job, and then the second is checking and grabbing the data when the job has been completed. Here's an easier example. The easier example is you can initiate a job inside the Parse Prompt UX. So for example, I could upload a CSV with 100 URLs, 100 PDF URLs, which would then kick off a series of 100 jobs. When each job is completed, we could simply get the process response from the template. And then for each processing job, we could then create a file in Google Drive from the text that has been returned. So, for example, I sent in a PDF of the Magna Carta, a very old document, and then I took the output and stored it in a Google Drive. So, long story short, there's two ways to do this. One, you initiate the job inside ParsePrompt. The second is you initiate the job from a third-party tool. In that scenario, you need to wait a little bit. You need to send the data in, wait a little bit, and then ask for the process data before you send it into email or Google Drive or something else. So I get it. This isn't the easiest thing to set up, but it's super powerful after you get this set up. Just make sure you create the job and then you ask with the ID of the job that you created. Yeah. So long story short, this is how you can use ParsePrompt with Zapier to process audio files, YouTube videos, PDFs, and so much more in a way that's really, really solid. So you can repurpose your content and gain additional distribution. That's all for now. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And feel free to give ParsePrompt a try. Once again, 7-day free trial. Pricing starts at $25 a month. Thank you.